Dear students, in this video, very important strategy and approach to the exam I have brought that to you, and in those 3.5 hours, how you should approach the question paper, how you should solve the MCQs, what are the important points that you have to keep into your mind. These are some important things that I have discussed in this video. So watch till the end and you are going to get very important, wonderful insights. So I can say like approach or strategy that you to apply in the exam. Now, see, it is a common knowledge that you have 210 minutes for solving 200 questions, right? So this is the time that you have, and you are going to have 5 sections, and 5 sections are A, B, C, D, and E, and these sections are going to be for 42 minutes, and each section has how many? 40 MCQs. So in a way, if we understand that you have 40 MCQs to be solved in 42 minutes, and you know that you cannot go back. Yeah, right? Once that section is finished, then that section closes and you cannot go back, and you have to move forward. So what should be your time duration or time planning? 30, no, I'll say not 30, I'll say 40 MCQs solve in 35 minutes. Okay, so to solve 40 MCQs in 35 minutes, you will have to actually do at least 10 MCQs in say 9 minutes, right? You will get approximately 9 minutes, 10 MCQs. Now, after that, once you've done this, after that you have got 42, so you have got 7 more minutes. 5 minutes you keep for checking, right? You have to go back and see all the answers, then come forward, something that you have left, questions that you have left, or questions which were doubtful. So you'll have to see all those questions also. So to keep 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes for this checking part also. Isse jada you cannot. So 40 MCQs solve in 35 minutes. This has to be your target. This is something that you have to really keep in mind, and then keep 5 to 7 minutes for checking. If you will not keep this time duration for checking, then some mistake that you have made, you cannot go back and correct it, right? So this is the first part. Now there are 3 types of questions. Once you have sat down, now you're starting attempting the questions. Section A khula, you have 3 types of questions. Identify the questions. The first type is basically direct question, fact based hota hai, jisko hum bolte hain factual question. Usually they're also one-liners, I'll say, right? So ye mostly they're based on recall, like your memory, whatever you have studied for so many times in last 1 year, 2 year. On the basis of that recall, you basically answer this question, right? So first is this. Now what is the second type of question? The second type of question is basically a clinical question. Now, a clinical question is something which is actually going to be a concept based question. We'll say that it is a conceptual question, right? So now what you have to do in this question, read the whole question. This is very important. Read the complete question. Second, look what is exactly asked. पूछा क्या गया है पूरी कहानी में. In the whole story you will get that particular identification clue. So look for what is asked, look for that clue. Then beware of what? Beware of terms like least likely or incorrect, right? Or not, or false, or all, or none of following. Now, why do you need to be beware of this? Because these are the places where mistakes are made, where you will be reading so fast that you will miss this. And sometimes they ask which of the following is incorrect response, and then you get confused. You take the correct one, or they're asking which of the following is not a side effect, and then you get confused. So I'm telling you exactly beware of these particular terms. And when these terms are coming, please focus on that question, right? So that is the read. Next, in the same question, read all 4 options. Okay. Now, out of the 4 options, identify which subject they are from. Are they from pathology? Are they from pharmacology, micro, medicine? So which subject it is from? Then rule out 3 options based on your knowledge. So on the basis of your knowledge, rule out 3 options. The 4th option is the right one. Another thing that I'll suggest, even if you are sure of the right answer, still rule out other options. Don't go into over smartness, don't go into overconfidence. And even if you're sure about the answer, still you should go to rule out the other options. Yes, you will say, ma'am, हमारे पास time कहाँ है? बेटा करना तो पड़ेगा, otherwise you will make it tick the wrong answer, you will become overconfident, and overconfidence brings carelessness. So a lot of careless mistakes happen at that time. So got it. The first type of question is recall, second type of question conceptual, and these are the things that you have to really pay attention when you are solving these type of clinical based questions. Coming to the third type of question, the third type of questions are image based questions. Now, image based questions, usually they will give you an image and then they will ask you a question based on that image. It can be a, what can it be? It can be a, one second. It can be a clinical image, right? It can be a graph or a diagram or a flowchart image. Now, in pharmacology, we have a lot of image-based questions, and I have already shared one PDF on image-based questions. So these are the three type of questions. That is, the first is direct recall-based, second is clinical concept-based, and third is image-based questions, right? So ये तो बात रही questions की. Now, in those 42 minutes में 35 minutes you are attempting all the questions. So that I will call as round one, right? So in round one, attempt all direct questions which you are sure short of the answers. Then next 7 minutes, which I'll call as round two, attempt those questions. Sorry, attempt those questions which were left. Try to attempt calculation questions. Try to attempt elimination questions. Try to attempt the confusion questions. Okay, and check all answers, because once this section closes, you will not be able to check it again. How many should you attempt? Now attempt at least 185 to 190 out of 200. This is very important. This is why this is important, because इतने क्वेश्चंस आपके अटेम्प्ट होने चाहिए. इतने क्वेश्चंस में आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि सारे क्वेश्चंस बस लगा दो एंड देन डोंट थिंक अबाउट नेगेटिव मार्किंग. नो, यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट द नेगेटिव मार्किंग ऑल्सो. व्हाई? बिकॉज नेगेटिव मार्किंग मीन्स you're losing 1/4. So if the question is of 4 marks and you mark it wrong, you are losing -1. Or I can say if you're losing 5 marks there. So -1 is the negative marking. So you have to take care of this negative marking also. But overall, you should be able to attempt 185 to 190 questions in the exam, right? Now, one more important thing I want to tell you. Some questions, they look very simple, they look easy, but usually they are the tricky ones. So you have to be beware of them. Anything that looks easy is tricky. Please understand that. So what you do is read what exactly the question is all about. Don't take any question easy. Don't take any question carelessly. So what is important? No carelessness and no overconfidence. Okay? Please take care of this. Keep brain calm. Keep logic. It is important that you just take every question as it comes. So your strategy should be one question at a time. But don't waste a lot of time in one question, and keep the speed same in all questions. So keep the speed also same. Don't change the speed, and don't waste a lot of time in one single question. Lastly, the thing that I really want to tell you all. So lastly, it is the confidence that matters. आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बोलना चाहिए. दुनिया में कोई भी ताकत आपके इस कॉन्फिडेंस को हरा ना सके. No power in this world should be able to, affect this confidence. This confidence is what will make you victorious. So confidence will make you victorious. Keep the confidence up. Keep the morale up. What should be the thought process? एग्जाम फोड़ कर आऊंगा या आऊंगी, राइट? एग्जाम को मैं फोड़ कर आऊंगी. That is the confidence that you have to show. This is the confidence with which you enter the exam. So enter exam hall with this confidence, and nothing in this world will then affect you. Got it? Right? What have I done? Why I'm saying this? One exam doesn't define you. This is just an exam. It is not something that defines you. It is not the end of the world, right? So what you do, you prepare in your best possible manner, and you give the exam in the best possible way that you can. Nothing will affect you.